this. Oh my gosh, we're 3 minutes late.
Oh,
All right, I'd like to welcome everyone to the November 12th, 2020 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. Would you please rise and join me in the pledge? Actually, Brian, would you lead us in the pledge today, please?
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Brian. I'm Jeff Benton, President of the Board. To my right is our Vice President, Gary Merrill, and our County Administrator, Mike Fromer. To my left is fellow Commissioner Barb Lewis, and Sarah DeNova is our clerk today. So we can begin. We got a short agenda, so this may go quickly. We'll see.
Resolution number 20-1008, in the matter of approving the electronic record of proceedings for a regular meeting held November 9th, 2020.
So moved.
Second. Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 20-1008. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-1009, in the matter of approving purchase orders, then and now certificates and payments of warrants and batch numbers CMA PR 1110 and memo transfers and batch numbers MTA PR 1110.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 20-1009. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-1010, in the matter of approving travel expense requests.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion. Vote.
Vote on motion 20-1010. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-1011, in the matter of authorizing the use of procurement card for the Veteran Services Department.
So moved. Second.
Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Brian Gallagher, Director of the Veteran Service Office. This is a purchasing card for Ray Cadero from the office. He does some of our purchasing.
Okay. I'm sure this is routine, but I want to
Yes,
welcome you to your new post and
Thank you, sir.
wish you the best. Obviously, we all care deeply about our vets, and it'll be great to have you in there leading the care that they get and deserve and so on. So glad to
It'll
see
be
you.
an honor working with the Board of Commissioners. I know the support that you've given the veterans in the past has been outstanding, and I'm sure it'll continue in the future.
It will. Yep.
You did a wonderful job yesterday.
Yeah.
Thanks. It wasn't me. It was, thanks really need to go to John, Melvin, and Marissa. They're the ones that really,
They did a great,
they carried a
yes.
heavy load on it yesterday.
They also,
And the
yes.
city
The
did a
city-
great job of blocking
Yeah,
the traffic and clearing up the weather, getting the rain through.
Yeah,
So
that's
we'll
right.
give the credit to the
Yeah,
city.
the city, I thought, I spoke to Tom a couple months ago, I said, would they be willing? And he said yes, and I thought the city did an outstanding job of getting it closed off. And
Sure.
again, a comment I was going to make and did not make, stay on script. I was watching the police officers redirect traffic down the alley, and they had everything very well planned and well done, and I can't say enough about the city and Marissa and you and how it went. Everybody that was involved did an exemplary job.
Yeah, it
Excellent
was.
turnout.
It was just a great program altogether and a great plaza that'll
Yes.
be used many times in the future as appropriate. All right, take a vote.
Vote on motion 20-1011. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
All right, thanks,
Thank
Brian.
you.
Resolution number 20-1012, in the matter of approving a supplemental appropriation, transfer of appropriations, and transfer of funds for Job and Family Services.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion.
Good morning, Commissioners. Bob Anderson with Job and Family Services. Asking for the supplemental appropriations on the amount of $100,000. That's for our Family Children First Council and our multi-system youth. New initiative that we're actually applying for, dollars from the state through Medicaid, so parents do not have to relinquish custody of their children, but receive services as they would if coming into our care. We're also working locally on a pooled funding system for the multi-system youth as well. The other ones, the $40 is, we missed a projection by $40 into our transfer line. And then the last two are our quarterly shared costs that we transfer back into our public assistance fund.
Okay, vote.
Vote on motion 20-1012. Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Resolution number 20-1013, in the matter of approving the Child Placement Services contract and amendments between the Delaware County Board of Commissioners, the Delaware County Department of Job and Family Services, and child placement providers Fox Run Hospital and Specialized Alternatives for Family and Youth of Ohio.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
And these are two new providers that we're contracting with to place children. As placements are growing throughout the state and the needs of children, we're reaching out to additional providers. And we're contracting with them so when we place the kids placed in our care.
So these are new providers?
Yes.
Okay, okay. What are the dollars involved in each of these? Do we have those? I
Yeah,
didn't see them in the agreements, but,
The Fox Run, their per diem rate is $370. It's a high needs case that we have there. And then the SAFI, or the Specialized Alternatives, they have various rates ranging from $60 up to $158.
okay. All right, vote.
Vote on motion 20-1013. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
Resolution number 20-1014, in the matter of approving a grant agreement with the United Way of Delaware County for emergency housing and food assistance.
I believe I have to recuse
recuse.
myself, Eric.
That you're on the United Way board?
I'm on the board of United Way. So I'll recuse.
Okay.
So moved.
I will second that. And discussion, Zach?
Hi, thank you, Commissioner. Zach Daly, Economic Development. This is a contract in the total amount of $250,000 to be paid in 2 increments to United Way of $125,000 each. This is for rental and utilities assistance, very similar to the RLF grant that the board granted to United Way earlier in the year. This will go to low to moderate income members of our community to help them, like I said, with rental and utilities assistance, and the total grant amount per person would be up to $2,000 need dependent. Happy to answer any other questions.
Yeah, again, this is pretty much the same program we did earlier. United Way has the expertise and the contacts and systems to properly administer this, so I think it makes obviously a lot of sense, as we did before, to continue with them. And I like the eligibility requirements, the maximums, it's got to be rent, utilities. So, again, I think it makes a lot of sense, and it's good that we're in a position where we can allocate some funding to this to help the residents in need. I don't know if anybody has any other. Commissioner Lewis, you're recusing, so.
Right.
I have no comment.
Okay. All right, we'll take a vote.
Vote on motion 20-1014. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis has recused herself. Mr. Benton?
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Zach.
That brings us to administrative reports.
Commissioner Merrill?
Well, I think we already talked about the rededication, or the rededication yesterday of the Veterans Memorials. I thought it was outstanding effort, and weather could not have been better. And I think it's one way of saluting our veterans that and I think it's an excellent way of doing it. I think we all feel very good about it. I have a course of board meeting tomorrow, virtually. And I really look forward to that. And to this afternoon, morning, 11 o'clock, will be John Pearson plaque over in the area between the two buildings. And it's taken a while to get that done because we put it off because of the virus. And we'll have an opportunity to uncover the plaques that have been covered there for a while now, and really honor John. And John's commitment to this county is considerable.
Yes.
And that's all I have.
Okay. Commissioner Lewis?
Had an emergency management board meeting, and an interesting and really a neat development. Ron Clayton from our IT group, and then the tech director of DACC, is working with EMA on some new audiovisual equipment and control. They are going to see, I guess, these working together, they can come up with some even better ways of using the EMA TVs in the operations, they call it operations control room. And therefore, with people being virtual these days too, that's even more important. But it will be just a cooperative effort. The tech director of DACC will, of course, be working with their students to do this too. So that's a neat, they were all excited about this meeting that they had, and so it's really a neat way to show collaboration among the different entities. And I just wanted to thank everyone for all their hard work yesterday, and in the rededication, it went very well, and there was so much work. I know Marissa was just terrific, and really was great. She did a wonderful job. And John Melvin worked, and of course Brian too, and there were others that I'm not even aware of. So I just thought it was perfect. The location was perfect, and then having the veterans raise the flags, very moving, very, very moving. So, and having the mayor too of Delaware, I thought was very fitting. She did it. She always does such a great job and works so hard for our veterans. So,
Yes. Oh, she really does, yep.
so that's it.
Yeah, and we had the state auditor there.
That's right, we had the state-
Congressman Balderson was
That's
there. We
right.
didn't even know it at the time.
Right. He was,
Would have
yes.
recognized him, certainly. So, yeah, again, a great event, and that plaza will be used many, many times in the future.
Yes.
Looks just outstanding. Other things? I'm sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. Was that it?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
We got budget hearings starting this afternoon. The first one is at 1 o'clock. Got Morpsey this afternoon, Central Ohio Youth Center at 4 today. Sunbury Big Walnut is having their annual meeting virtually.
Well, or in person.
But yeah, you can't actually go in person.
Actually, I reserved to go in person. I may or may not be able to make it, but I did send them a note that there's a 50-50 chance, but
I have the
but
COAC,
it is
so I may
optional.
not be able to go either, but that is this evening. They have such a great chamber over there that really is very active and does a lot of good things. And most important of all, the Masters starts today, so I'm sure everybody's set their DVRs, right, Sarah? You got your DVR
I
set?
sure did not.
You sure did not? All right. So that's it. Do we have another item?
We do. I was just handed this.
I'm sorry, what?
Okay. Resolution number 20-1015, in the matter of approving pricing attachments to the customer supply agreement with Energy Harbor LLC for electricity generation.
So move.
second, I'm not sure what the...
Yeah, we don't know anything about this. I'm sure Mr. Melvin will fill us in.
Thank you.
Good morning. John Melvin, Director of Facilities. I was requested to look at our electrical rates. Step back a minute. As you recall, back in May, we did a 12-month electrical agreement for electricity generation. We just did a short term at that point in time, looking at some other options. I was requested to look at these rates again. Obviously, we're 6 months out is a good time to look at those rates. After leading into the election, we looked at those rates. We reached out to Sauda Energy, reached out to Energy Harbor, who is our current contracted generator. We looked at the rates, and the rates, our current rate is 3.74 cents a kilowatt. Current rates are 2 weeks ago, it was 4.29. I had Sauda Energy reach out to, the normal process is they reach out to their numerous suppliers based on our rates and check and get a list of rates. Energy Harbor is still our lowest supplier out there, so we're recommending to go ahead and renew our electrical contract for a 4-year term at the rate that came in yesterday at 4.24 cents a kilowatt.
Question, that we have this 3.7 rate until,
June,
do we still keep that rate till June?
till June, yes. This will
So
go into
it's
effect.
not,
It's
this
not-
4 point's not replacing the 3.7?
Correct.
Okay, because that would be a concern.
Yes, that would be.
So,
So this would go in effect at the end of this current
For
contract.
4 years.
Yes, they're recommending 4 years, given possible. The electrical rates right now are at pretty much almost an all-time low. So looking at 4-year in the political atmosphere.
The concern, I assume, is with the theoretically new administration, the rates will,
Could most likely go up.
The rates that we have today were only good today, and if we wait until Monday, we'd have to go back out and get new rates.
Oh,
Correct,
okay.
they've refreshed
Okay,
them,
that's-
and it-
I was wondering,
Yeah,
Oh,
the,
timing.
yeah, the,
sorry about the sudden, we, there was concern, and we've held off on this, given that, the last couple sessions, only 2 commissioners have been here. We know it's an important topic. And today, the rates that we have are only good today. We would have to go back out. And we actually saw, since we started talking about it a couple weeks ago with the election, the pending election and how the economy, we actually saw a slight drop, as John said. So we think it's a very good timing right now to do it today based on this, given, what could happen. And like I said, we'll still get the current, until June. So, like I said, sorry to launch this on you last minute. We were.
and this is 4 years from June 21 through June 25? or
Yes,
something.
yes, and the 4-year term was the best rate. We looked at, Sat Energy had them price it out at 24-month, 36, and 48. And the 4-year term was the lowest rate. Pardon me, I was just pulling this back up from Monday. So, yeah, because the 24-month rate was 4.4 cents, 36, 4.28. And at Monday, the 48 was 4.26, and then it has dropped to 4.24 cents per kilowatt.
4.24 is the rate we're looking at?
Yes, that's what this contract for. And it's good for today. Wait till Monday. The chance it could go up.
So we're really talking about a 4.5 year, because half year to complete the current contract.
Yeah.
4 years.
Yep, and 4 years from there. And just locks us into a good rate,
And then currently, we are paying what? You said 3?
3.74.
Okay, and why did it go up?
And the market, again, that was just for a 12-month contract, which is, the short term back, and we did that back in, started talking to them in April. We finalized the contract in May.
Okay.
I think I'll answer this question.
Okay.
It's not politically correct. If the Democrats get office, their position on energy is the rate's going to go up. You're going to cease fracking on public property, and I think I'm concerned about the future energy
Sure.
prices because of this
Yeah.
administration.
Reimpose regulation.
And so I'm being direct, but
Does this preclude us doing the solar package
in my
with the
mind,
county?
I think
My
that's
mind,
already, that deadline's passed, hasn't it?
No, it's.
I haven't heard any updates from them,
thought it
so this would lock us in.
I thought it was October 15th, they had a soft deadline to.
Right, that's what I was,
Right, no, I think they did extend it. I talked to John Lights about it.
my opinion is rates are going to go up. If we wait, they're going to go up more.
Well,
Good.
right,
And I
yeah.
would, this is news to me. I didn't know we'd be talking about this today, but I would
we
support
had been
it.
working in the background, because we had first talked to Energy Harbor just as far as renewing a longer-term contract, and I wanted to make sure they were still giving us the best rate, so we took time, have Side Energy bid it out. Those came in first of the week, and they came in first of the week, got it Tuesday, and they are still the lowest, so typically we would then get all the contracts approved, have Eric review them all, but since Energy Harbors are current, we're actually using their current terms and conditions we approved in May. We didn't have to go through that process, so therefore I moved to get Energy Harbor to get us the contract documents and refresh the rates for today, so. It was an expedited process, but we did kind of go through the full process.
Yeah, what we don't have on the solar would be the actual cost, because they have to put that out I'm not sure of the whole process, but in talking to John, they won't have the figures on that yet. So we're not going to know yet.
The solar, just to address the question about the solar, there was going to be an RFP by CCAO for solar, but in talking with them, they would not be competitive with the current rates of electricity and the 4-year rates that we have. Now, it would potentially, in the future, depending on how things happen in the market, the economy, the country, it was more of a investment in solar. You know, like I said, if you're going cost basis, the electric, particularly with the 4-year contract, will be less. Now, what'll happen 5 to 10 years down the road if solar becomes, you know, a more competitive
Mandatory.
fuel? So that would have been more of a diversity in our, you know, where we're getting our source from, but it would be a more expensive diversity. You know, is how I view that. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's kind
Well,
of.
they very openly acknowledged
Yeah.
that it would be a higher rate. Now, not dramatically higher, but significantly higher.
John, do we lock in all of our electric usage based on this? Okay, so we would be locking it in, so we wouldn't be able to participate in a solar program.
I think
Yeah.
probably termination clauses in the contract, maybe penalties.
And if you guys would like to wait, you know, we'll have to refresh the rates. And there was a concern that if we waited too long to refresh the rates, that the price could go up.
And I think it's reasonable to expect that. I'll support it.
Me as well.
Okay.
Again, the CCAO thing was an interesting idea, but I don't support raising our costs that way.
I think a big part of the solar option is the green incentives behind it. It's, you know, it's not, they were only looking at locking in 20% of our capacity, and a lot of that is, a lot of counties, you know, Franklin County does a huge green incentive, so that's more of a selling point than the actual rates and what the, you know, the long-term,
Locking up 20% of our capacity for the
yeah,
future.
for 20 years.
And I understand the reasons for this late notice, but it would have been nice if we all had known about
Sorry,
this
yeah.
a little early to at least have a conversation, but I will still support it.
Yeah, with the holiday yesterday, I was making sure the contract would be ready, and Eric had a quick turnaround. And again, since it's our current supplier, we didn't have to worry about the terms and conditions, so that helped expedite things.
Okay,
Okay?
yeah.
All right. Sarah, let's take a vote.
Vote on motion 20-1015. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
Mr. Finn?
Aye. Okay, thanks, John.
Need for executive.
I'm sorry, what?
We do have need for
Oh, we
executive.
do have need, okay.
Resolution number 20-1016. In the matter of adjourning into executive session for consideration of employment of a public employee or public official, to consider the purchase of property for public purposes, to consider the sale of property at competitive bidding for pending or imminent litigation.
So move.
So move.
That's a lot. We weren't expecting it to be that
I
quick.
know, I kept waiting. Yeah.
Okay, vote please.
Vote on motion
I'm looking at you.
20-1016. Mr. Finn?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
I'm not sure who seconded that. You?
I know.
Resolution number 20-1017, in the matter of adjourning out of executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion, vote?
Vote on motion 20-1017. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mrs. Lewis?
Aye.
All right, we are back in session, but we're going to go into recess for the other event, and then we will reconvene at 11:30 this morning. Okay? Thanks. Okay, we're going to reconvene the November 12th, 2020 meeting of the Delaware County Board of Commissioners. It is 12:33, and we're going to go into 11:33. Well, it's 12:33 somewhere. 11:33 here, and we're going to go into executive session again. If you could read the resolution, please, Sarah.
Resolution number 20-1018, in the matter of returning into executive session, work pending or imminent litigation.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote?
Vote on motion 20-1018. Mrs. Lewis is absent. Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Mr. Benton?
Aye. All right, we are again in executive session. Thank you.
I'll get through this first.
Resolution number 20-1019, in the matter of adjourning out of executive session.
So moved.
Second, discussion, vote?
Vote on motion 20-1019. Mrs. Lewis is absent. Mr. Benton?
Aye.
Mr. Merrill?
Aye.
Okay, so that brings us back into session. We do adjourn, and then we'll reconvene, or we'll create a new session at 1.